Hi there. Today's story is called Lost and Found. It is by Bill Harley and it's been illustrated by Adam Govinston. Um, while you're listening to the story, I want you to think about things that you've lost and maybe where's the weirdest place you've found that item. I know once I misplaced my telephone and somehow I found it in the fridge. Not sure how it got there, but that's where it was. So think about something that you've lost and where's the weirdest place that you found it or didn't find it. Where's your hat? Mom asked. I don't know, I said. It was my favorite hat, blue and white with orange stars all the way around. It used to have a fuzzy red ball on top, but it fell off. Your grandmother made that hat for you. I know. What are we going to tell her when she comes to visit this weekend? I don't know. The minute you get to school tomorrow, go in the lost and found. Okay, I said. But the next morning, I didn't go to the lost and found. I decided to find my hat myself. At recess, I looked by the basketball hoop and under the slide and by the baseball backstop. I asked Devon if he had seen it. It's blue and white with orange stars all the way around, I told him. Nope. He said, Did you go look in the lost and found? I made a face. I know, Devon said. I lost my baseball jacket last month, but I was too afraid to go see Mr. Romankowski. Can you go Can't you just get another hat? Asked Jessica. I shook my head. Gran made that one for me, and I have to find it, even if it means going and asking Mr. Romankowski. Oh no, they said. After recess, I looked for my hat in my desk and under the hamster cage and behind the bookshelf. I asked Tamara if she had seen it. No, she said. Did you ask Mr. Rumkowski? I made a face. I know, said Tamara. I lost my sparkly purple scarf last month, but I was too afraid to ask him. I have lots of hats, Jimmy said. You can have one of mine. Thanks, I said, but I have to find it, even if it means asking Mr. Romakowski. Oh no, they both said. The next day, my friends asked me if I had found my hat. No, I said. I've looked everywhere. There's only one thing left to do. Go to the lost and found. But that means talking to Mr. Romakowski, said Jimmy. Oh no, said the others. I know, I gulped. He's really old. He was so old, he was the custodian here when my mom went to school here. Yeah, said Jessica. He's always frowning and grumbling. His office is way down the end of the scary hallway behind the cafeteria. When I finished my lunch, everyone wished me good luck. I took a deep breath and went down the dark hallway and knocked on Mr. Rumkowski's door. What do you want? A grumbly voice asked. I lost something, I said. Well, come in. I slowly opened the door and peeked in. The office was filled with mops and buckets and cans of powdery stuff that Mr. Markowski spreads on the floor when somebody throws up. What are you looking for? Said the voice. My blue and white hat with an orange stars all around. It had a fuzzy red top on it, but it fell off. What's so important about it? He growled. I mean, my grandmother made it, I said. Mr. Ramkowski scratched his head. I think I remember seeing a hat like that. Follow me. That's when I saw the enormous box. I'll get a ladder, he said. Wow, that must have been a pretty big box if you had to get a ladder. I peered into the box and picked through things on top. I didn't see my hat. I saw Devin's baseball jacket. I saw Tamara's sparkly purple scarf. When lunch period was over, I grabbed the jacket and the scarf and climbed back down the ladder. I didn't find it, I told Mr. Rumkowski, but I'll take these other things to my friends. Come back sometime and look again, he said. Devon was happy to get his jacket back, and Tamara put on her scarf and twirled around. Jimmy, Jessica, and a kid I didn't even know asked me to look for something the next time I went down to Mr. Rumkowski's office. Did you find your hat? My mother asked after supper. Not yet, I said. You must learn to take better care of your things, Justin. You're having to spend an awful lot of time looking for this hat. I didn't say anything. I already knew that. The next day I went back to Mr. Rumkowski's. He dragged the ladder out again, and I climbed into the box. I dug down deeper, and I found all sorts of weird stuff, but no hats. You can have those things you pulled out, said Mr. Rumkowski. Nobody wants them now. Thanks, I said. See you tomorrow. My friends went crazy over all of the stuff I had found. I went back and looked through some more stuff. The things I found were getting weirder and weirder, but still no hat. On Friday, my mom dropped me off at school early. This afternoon, when I pick you up, I'll have your grandmother with me. I didn't say anything. I already knew that. I went straight to Mr. Rumkowski's office. Keep digging, he said. It seems like he wanted me to find that hat as much as I did. But I was about ready to give up. Everything I was finding now was really old stuff. I finally got to the bottom of the box. Do you see it? Mr. Rumkowski called down. It's not here. Just this dumb old pink sweater. He said. Try looking under it. I lifted it up. My hat! I yelled. The blue and white with orange stars all the way around. Mr. Rumkowski helped me out of the box. Are you sure it's yours? It's mine, all right, I said. Then I noticed that it had a fuzzy red ball on top, just like the one that had fallen off of my hat. I turned it inside out. The tag said Sally. Wait, that's my mom's name, I said. This must have been her hat when she was a kid. Mr. Rumkowski actually smiled. Come back any time, he said. I put the hat on and went to class. I wore it all day. When Mom picked me up, my grandmother gave me a big hug. I see you're wearing your hat, she said. Yes, I hugged her back. I made your mother a hat exactly like that one when she was a little girl, Gran told me. I know, I said. My mom had a funny look on her face. I grinned, but didn't say anything. Gran looked at my mom and then at me. I wonder whatever happened to that hat I made for your mother. Maybe you should go ask Mr. Rumkowski, I said. Rumkowski? Gran said. Is he still at this school? Your mother was always afraid of him, but he's a really nice man. I nodded. I already knew that. The discovery. So this book was to all the students, teachers, staff at Paul Coffey School in Providence, Rhode Island, where I lose my hat all the time. So this story sounds like it was based on some true events. And lots of times as authors and writers, when we are writing, we take something that has happened to us and use that as a start to our story. I'll talk to you later.